Bears Country Podcast. Welcome, everyone. It is finally game day. We have gotten through the off-season, all the boring shit. I got my Italian beef here, my homemade Italian beef sandwich. I am ready for this game. I hope everyone is as jacked up as I am. Nomad, how are you feeling about today?
Wait a minute, man. You didn't tell me you were doing an Italian beef. That's not fair, man.
You're going to have to run out to Portillo's, man. It's probably better than mine anyways.
Mother, I should have.
You should have some time after this broadcast. So hopefully you can go get yourself one. Sorry, I threw a nut in the gear there for you, huh? A wrench in the gear.
Did.
Oh man, I can't. I made this last night. It's been sitting here gelling together. Oh, it's going to be perfect. It's going to be delicious.
Yeah, I can smell that thing through the screen.
Yeah, so look at my dogs behind me going crazy, I'm sure. So, Nomad, this is the time that we are all finally waiting for. I know it's preseason, but preseason is a time for me, and I'm sure that you can agree, that I like to look at the players the new players that are on the team. This is a good time to get a look at some of your rookies that you drafted. This is a good time to take a look at some of the undrafted free agents that we've signed. It's also a good time to just kind of see where I know they're not going to show much with the new offense, but it's going to be nice to just kind of see some of the plays that they're running, kind of get an idea what they're going to do. I know they're not going to show much, but it's still going to be nice to watch the starters play for at least a little bit and keep our eye on some of the players that, we're all very interested to see what they're going to do.
Oh, no question. And it's going to be, so everybody knows, preseason is very vanilla as far as coaching goes. They don't script up anything too extravagant. You may see a couple of colorful plays here and there depending on how they're feeling during the game. Right. But it's going to be very vanilla. And I watch this thing from, seems like way up in the air, and I'm paying attention to a whole bunch of stuff that I bet a lot of people don't pay attention to. Like, for instance, energy. Mm-hmm. I watch, and I would advise people to watch the sidelines, the people that are not playing, how people are responding to each other, how much energy is there, particularly from the guys on the sidelines. I know that's something a lot of people don't pay attention to, but watch that.
Yeah, like how jacked up everyone is on the sideline, just watching the plays, and the people that aren't even actually in the game is what you're saying?
Just how they're rallying around each other and pushing each other, and just the energy level that makes a huge difference to a team.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's one of the things that this new coaching regime has been preaching is the energy, flying to the ball, things like that. So the energy is going to transpire throughout the entire team. So even if you're on the sideline, you should be jacked up, watching everyone fly around to the ball, what they're going to bring to the field. I mean, that's one of the things I'm looking forward to seeing in this game, just the intensity that they're going to bring on defense. How quickly are they going to move the ball on offense? How quickly are they going to get in and out of their huddles? Things like that.
You took a key word from me, intensity. Keep a close eye on that. Mm-hmm.
So I know I have a list of players that I'm incredibly interested in watching today. I know you do too, and I know a lot of them are kind of the same. So why don't we just go down a list of some of the players that we want to watch in this game? I'll let you go first.
Well, I got so many players. I have, just so everyone knows, EQ St. Brown. I've been talking about him since we grabbed him. Been going on every chat, and I'm probably the one that, if you go on chats, different Bears chats, you see that name come up a lot. Mm-hmm. I might have been the one that started that firestorm because I seen what I saw on tape, and I'm convinced that he was just underutilized in Green Bay, and he's got a lot he wants to put on the table. But since he's probably a projected starter, I don't expect him out there a whole lot today.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to see much of of him today. Although he might be out there running with the second team offense a little bit too, just because he has so much experience in the offense. You might see him out there with the second string quarterback. You might see him out there with, for a few plays of that, just to kind of help him get into a groove.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. He might take him out of the game and then put him in for a few series with the second unit. Who knows? But he is one of the guys that I'm interested to watch because of of the experience that he brings to the team. And like you said, he's been working well with Justin in camp, so it'll be interesting to see what he brings to the table in today's game. Like you said, I don't think he's going to be playing all that much, but if he does, maybe they will put him in a little bit with the second unit just to kind of help them get things going. We'll have to see.
If I were to put on my coaching hat and I'm projecting him as a starter, I want to put him out there with the starters for a series at least or two. If they can get a positive drive and ending in a touchdown, I'm pulling them.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I don't want my projected starter to be out there extended reps.
Mm-hmm. Steve Sigma in chat says Daz has his attention today. Yes, Daz has my attention today too. I hear he's been doing a lot of stuff. He's been standing out in camp actually, especially with it's the injuries that we've had to the wide receiver group. He's someone that's should have some of the Bears fans' attention today as well.
Hey, he's gonna get some snaps and he'll get a good look. One thing I'll tell Steve it looks to me, and when I look at Daz, whenever I see videos on him or pictures of him, he looks like he's been in the gym. He's gotten bigger, stronger.
Yes, he does.
You noticed that too?
That was the first thing I noticed about him. Yeah.
Yeah. He's been working.
Got his jersey tucked up so you can see his ripped stomach. Like it's like, wait, that's Daz?
Right.
Okay.
He's been working.
Yeah, and I liked him last year. I was hoping that they would have given him some more playing time last year, especially at the end when they were out of it. But he never really made the field. So I'm excited to see what he brings to the table in this new offense and in his second year. Definitely someone I'm going to be watching for today.
I forgot to write that down. Thank you, Steve. I am going to pay a lot of attention to him.
Yeah. So somebody else, obviously, the obvious one is Justin Fields. I think we're all going to be paying attention to Justin Fields. I'm excited to see just how quickly and smoothly he gets in and out of his huddles. He gets the play going. How he's checking the line, things like that. Those are little things to look for with Justin Fields. I don't know how much he's going to be passing the ball, but I'm interested to see if his new throwing mechanics are translating into a game situation. So that's someone that I'm going to be keeping an eye on, and I know everybody else is too. Somebody else, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, keep your eye on clean execution, meaning get off on the ball, just how fast he gets into a rhythm and things like that. Just clean execution off the ball, how fast he gets his feet into a rhythm. And if he gets a rhythm going early, they're going to have a pretty good drive pretty quick.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice to see him come out and just drive down the field, score a touchdown, and just take him out?
It would be.
That would be perfect. Because the preseason is the time where you also really start to worry about injuries because the games don't count. I mean, for anyone that hasn't seen,
wait a minute. I got to knock on wood. Hold on. You just said the key word.
All right, yeah, me too. Zach Wilson, got injured yesterday, and that's the last thing anybody wants to see here. So, luckily, it looks like Zach Wilson's injury is not. It's not going to end this season. So,
every time you say injury, I'm hitting wood.
Me too.
You did it twice.
I won't say it again.
Gotcha.
So, in a perfect world, we drive down the field, we score a touchdown, take them out, and then the rest of the game is, we can start working on the talent that we have on the team.
Right. This is rookie, second year guys. This is their time to shine. Mm-hmm. This is their time. Of course, we want to see what the starters look like since we got whole new look on offense and whole different coach on defense, and the defense is everything's new. Everybody wants to see that, but it's those young guys and those second-year guys that this is their time, man, and that's what I'm paying most attention to.
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited to see Treston Ebner today.
Yeah.
Treston Ebner, I mean, when you look at him, he's big, and he's got some speed. So I'm very excited to see what they're going to do with him. I predict this season he's going to have a lot of. He's going to be on a lot of passing downs. He's going to be catching a lot of passes. That's what I see out of this season. I'm sure he'll be running the ball quite a bit too, but I think that he's going to be like another chess piece that they're going to be able to put in there in the passing game. So
he's probably one of those guys that they have an entire playbook for. So he's one of those guys that they want to use in so many different special ways. That's one of the guys you don't expect anything like extravagant coming out of him today. You know, they might line him up in the backfield, maybe dump a few passes off to him, but they've got some stuff designed for him. And, you know, as rightfully so with his skill set, and they don't want anybody to know what that is. So don't expect a lot. He may pop a few plays, but he's not going to get anything extravagant. They're working on that stuff privately.
How much do you think he's going to play today?
I expect him to get a good amount of snaps. He and Darrington Evans. And that's the guy in particular I want to keep my eye on, because privately that's my pick to click for the preseason. I think that guy and probably Darren and probably Treston Ebner, those guys are going to be special in this preseason.
Yeah. You know, Montgomery's not playing today. I don't even know what his injury is. They haven't disclosed it, but so with him not even touching the field today, we're going to see a lot of the other backs, and it's going to be good to give him some time in the offense in this game with Money being out. Steve Sigmund asks if this is a Peanut jersey. Yes, it is. This is my Peanut Tillman jersey.
Oh, I just noticed that.
I'm hoping he makes it to the Hall of Fame, man. What's up, Nick? Nick just joined us in
Nick, what up, dude?
Peanut Tillman to me is a Hall of Famer. When somebody changes a game like that, and everyone's still talking about the Peanut Punch this, many years later, to me that guy deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
He may be a Bears Hall of Fame, but you have to put his stats.
I know.
Up next to yeah.
I have. They're not Hall of Fame stats, but that's okay. I'm a homer. I can hope for it.
He's Hall of Fame to us forever. I know
that's for sure. They definitely need to have a wall of fame in the new stadium. I'm sure that's one of the things that they're working on.
Yeah. You know somebody else to pay attention to? It's a bunch of guys I got here on the list I want to talk about, but watch. There's something with Kendall Vildor. I think I know what it is, but I'll be paying attention to how they use him in this game and what he does out there. Because if you look back at the season when he got his starts, Kendall Vildor, it was not like he was out of position on the plays that were made against him. He said it. I think he said it in an article he did for some outlet, but he was in position, but he just was not confident enough as a young player to pull the trigger. And it's like split-second stuff, like not getting your head around, not getting your arm up and driving your hand through the receiver's arms and the ball, things like that to make a play. And it was just little things like that. He was in position almost every time, but he just wasn't executing on finishing the play off. I want to see you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You finish.
No, I just want to see his level of confidence. And I think that's what it was. I think he just lacked confidence, and he was just not sure out there last year. And
I think he was also playing in the wrong defense. I think this defense is more suited for Kendall Vildor. I think he's more of a zone scheme cornerback. Do you agree? I don't really think he's I think the problem was when he I mean, I don't know how fast he is, but It just seemed like he was missing. Like he had a problem with the one-on-ones. He was getting burned a lot.
That's the hardest. Everybody talks about the quarterback being the hardest position on the field. It is mentally,
right.
because it's a lot of information to absorb and remember and recall at the drop of a dime.
Mm-hmm.
But the hardest position to play on the field, and not because I played that same position, is corner. It's the most physically demanding position on the field, and one little technical error and you got a big play on you. And it's just it's a lot on you. And I see Siggy in there saying he's got short. I don't think that was a problem at all. But, you know, that's something I never paid attention to. It never stuck out to me. But I really think it's confidence and reps for a guy like that. It's really about reps and building your confidence and just shaking off each play, no matter what it was, whether it was a positive or a negative play, brush it right the fuck off, flush it, and get ready for the next one. And I don't think he was there last year, but given a year and, you know, some different coaches and a whole bunch of different inspiration, maybe he's gotten there.
And I agree with you. I mean, I couldn't imagine playing cornerback in the NFL. The coverage skills that you have to have, the mental, you know, that you have to be able to brush that. That's why they say they have to have a short memory. Got to be able to brush off any fuck ups that you have in the game. Don't, you know, focus on those, move on to the next play. And that's got to be the hardest. I can agree with you. That's got to be right up there with quarterback as far as one of the hardest positions to play in the NFL.
Got to have a short ass memory. I tell you that. You can't be carrying back into the huddle what just fucking happened to you. The last play, you just got to forget it. Receive the call, the next call, know your keys, and be ready to execute the next play. You can't let that linger.
And I want to ask Steve, what do you think about Vildor playing in this 4-3 defense as opposed to the 3-4? Do you think he's going to be a better cornerback in a 4-3 than he was in a 3-4?
You asking Steve that?
Yeah, and I'm asking you too. What do you think?
I don't think it's that much for corner. It's not much difference between a 3-4 and a 4-3, because it's just in any style of defense, the corner is going to either play zone or whatever that was, whether it be 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, or you're going to play man, or you're going to blitz. That's pretty much all you do. But it's the amount of cover 1 or the amount of cover 2, 3, and 4 that you do that you have to get accustomed to. You know, so if you, like you said, if you're out there and mostly one, number one, you better have stamina on your side. Number one. Number two, you have to have the ultimate confidence out there, because you know it's just you and whoever that is in front of you, and you have to be prepared for that. I don't know how many times they ran cover 1, but you know that's rough on a rookie. That's the way I saw it.
Yeah, well, he wasn't. He's going into his third year now, right?
No, I think it's more like his second year, isn't it?
No, this is his third year. Because he was playing at the end of the season before Justin Fields, and then they made him they started him last season.
Tell you one thing, he was still playing like a rookie.
Yeah, right.
His confidence and just wasn't there.
Steve Sigmund has a question for you. Nomad, did you like to jam receivers when you played?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm taking, like, you could not, if I'm on you one-on-one, whatever you get is going to be boundary and out, because you're not crossing my face. We're going to fight right there at that line of scrimmage. You're not crossing. And that actually, thank you for asking me that, because that pisses me off watching these players today and just letting these guys get off the line and cross their face right into the weak part of the defense, which is the middle, when you can just take an angle and take some leverage and kind of take that away and use your inside hand to kind of wall him off. Unless you're a player that is not confident in your speed and quickness to be able to recover if he gets away a little bit, then I understand. I was confident in my speed and quick. So if I punched him and pushed him towards the sideline, and he started taking off up the boundary, I had no problem catching that guy and getting up and getting him. And you weren't going to get the ball over my head. And so, that I was different that way. But hell yeah, I'll say physical as hell on the line.
It sounds like it from our past conversations.
Yeah, that's one of the things the coaches that recruited me was attracted to, because I wasn't afraid to take that. You're not crossing my face on a slant. I'm sorry. You better call something else.
Right. I agree with you on that. It's frustrating when you're watching that and you're like, why aren't you jamming him at the line there?
You have no idea. Me and my buddies, one of my other buddies in particular, we call each other and we like in games, and he's just going off. He played the same position, and we just snapping about it because it's ridiculous. A professional football player that allows that to happen is fucking aggravating, man. I ain't gonna lie.
And Steve Sigmund says, great answer. I like this guy.
Like you too, man. Glad I can give a little detail.
I'm trying to get Steve to join us on Monday night's broadcast. So we'll see if he gets in here and chats with us. That'd be great. Like,
man, come on in, Steve, man. I can't wait to talk to you.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to have you guys talk. It's going to be awesome. He's my guru. He's my guru. I
can't wait to talk to him. There's so many things on here I want to talk about, but there's that Kendall Vildor. Watch him, man.
Well, that's a great point. I'm going to be watching him today too. Now that you pointed that out, I wasn't even thinking about him. Since we're talking about defensive backs, who else you got that you want to watch today?
Defensive backs. I'll save my best for last that I'm really looking forward to. But I have Jalen Jones lately. Every time I get, I'm listening to podcasts, looking at people's videos, and they're doing their after practice shows, and that guy's name keeps coming up. Mm-hmm. I think he's number 35, I believe. So I'll be keeping my eye on him. Mm-hmm. Lamar Jackson. That's another guy. When we signed him, and the first thing I look at was his measurements. He's like 6'2", probably 205 or somewhere. It's a big corner. It's more like probably 6'3", but he's a really big corner. And he had some injury problems. I can't remember where he was, but that's pretty much all it was. It was just a matter of him getting healthy. The athleticism was there. He's one of those guys that can probably slide in between corner and safety because he's got the physical tools to be able to. So I think he's going to be valuable on the team.
Yeah, 6'2", 208 pounds.
Yeah, he's a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
And go ahead. Let's talk about him for a minute.
I was just wondering, I remember when they signed him, he's not a rookie, right? He's
probably 2 years in or so.
Okay. Yeah, he's only 23 years old, so
yeah.
She's 24 years old, sorry. So yeah.
Great value addition, you didn't have to pay much for him. It's great. He didn't get much time on the field. Everything is up for him.
Lamar Jackson is wearing number 23, so keep an eye out for him today.
Definitely.
Nick brings up Thomas Graham. That's another good one to watch for today.
I don't think he's active.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I know he was injured, but they never said if he came back or not.
Tell Nick you may have to go look at the Bears website and see if he's active. I don't think he is.
I'm on the Bears website. I'm just looking at the roster though. Siggy Ball says hearing good things on that guy. Are you talking about Jalen Jones, Siggy Ball? I think that's what he was talking about when you were first talking about him.
Yeah. I'm not hearing a whole lot of bad stuff about him. I tell you that.
He sounds about like you, 5'11", $190.
Yep, that's about right. Mm-hmm.
Played his ball at Mississippi.
The key for a young guy like that, and looking at his Mississippi tape, you see the coverage ability and that kind of stuff. But can you be physical?
That one went right over your head, Nomad.
I didn't hear it. What'd you say? I was looking at something else.
I said he's a lot like you. He's 5'11", $190, and then I said went to Mississippi.
No.
I like what Dan and Eldo was doing with you the other night when they were trying to they give you like 5 questions and you're that's funny.
I gotta watch that part again.
I won't do that to you, man. We're trying to keep you anonymous.
Yeah. No, I don't mind stuff like that. I ain't gonna let you put me in a box. I can guarantee you that.
I'm also interested to see what Jaquan Brisker does today. Particularly, I'd like to see him get a turnover because he's been turning the ball over in practice. He's been playing lights out in practice. If he gets a turnover today, that's going to set the precedence for a good season.
He's not going to be out there a whole lot, I don't think.
Probably not, but doesn't mean he can't get a turnover.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't mean he's not picking. He can still pick somebody off.
Knock somebody into the middle of the next damn week or something.
Yeah, he's going to be exciting to watch this year. Does anybody know if Gordon's playing today? I haven't. I know
Doubt it.
He had missed some time recently.
Hadn't practiced.
Yeah,
pretty much all week.
Okay, so then he's probably not playing today. So that's going to give. We're going to get to see a lot of these other defensive backs we're talking about, like Lamar Jackson and Jalen Jones.
Hicks.
Elijah Hicks. That's another one.
That's I got a star next to his name. I'll be watching him.
Mm-hmm.
And let me give a little extra to that one, because what you looking for a safety that's going to be probably high on the field back there.
Mm-hmm.
What you're looking for is his ability to be able to close on the ball and make a play on the ball while it's in the air and be there. And if you can't make that play on the ball, be able to close that play and finish it with a tackle.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And so that if you're a coach, a DB coach or a safety coach, that's what you're looking for. He's not going to be in a position to make every play. But if you're not, do you have the correct angle to line that play up and finish it and make that tackle without over pursuing and doing arm tackle shit like Eddie Jackson was doing last year.
Right. Yeah, he could be someone that they're grooming to take Eddie Jackson's spot. So he'll be another one to be on my radar today to watch as well.
I see Nick in there saying he's not seeing anything on Graham not playing today, but he did sit out of practice the other day due to injury. Yeah. They should have pregame on right now. The guys that are going to play should probably be in uniform.
Let's see if I can get a list of who is not playing today.
He's talking about Komet, Griffin, and O'Shaughnessy. And we don't need to see those stiffs anyway.
He's playing Komet. Aren't playing. We don't need to see those stiffs anyway. Expunge on that.
They're all stiff. We got a tight end room full of stiffs, man.
Well, you don't like Cole Komet?
I like him, man, but I was hoping they would get a tight end with a little more wiggle in his hip, a little more pop. Mm-hmm. I need to see some action, man. And we just got a bunch of the same guys. Same dudes in different numbers.
Yeah. I like Komet, man.
I like him too, but he's a stiff. He's just another Gronk. Gronk is a stiff.
Yeah.
You know who's got wiggle and pop?
Gronk is pretty damn good, though.
You know who's got wiggle and pop?
Who's that?
In those hips, Travis Kelce. That dude.
Oh, yeah.
That dude and the guy from Baltimore. I forget that guy's name all the time.
The guy from Baltimore?
Yeah. He's got nice wiggle in his hip.
Yeah, Steve Sigmund's saying you want a Pitts type.
Pitts, I don't know, man. Pitts is gonna have to show me a little more than I've seen, man. I wasn't that big on him coming out of the draft. I think he needs to add to his body a little bit. He looks a little frail to be running as tight end.
I'm trying to find out.
Mark Andrews. Nick got you.
I'm trying to find the list of who's not playing today, and I have to zoom in. I have to look at my computer up close. So hold on a second.
Yeah, Pitts needs to bulk up. He needs to put a couple of bags of rocks in his pocket. Get a little heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. So who else? Who else are we looking for today? You want to save your best for last on the defensive side?
No,
I've already run through them all.
No, I got all the defensive backs. Elijah Hicks was my last one of those guys. Yeah. But everybody's favorite. Everybody's going to want to see what Tevin Jenkins does. Everybody is just salivating and foaming at the mouth just to see how he looks, see if he knocks the shit out of some people, see if he's physical out there. Everybody wants to know. I want to know. So I don't know how much to expect him to play because he was still in ramp up phase this week, and I don't know what that translates to as far as his minutes out there on the field today. So we may see him, we may not.
Yeah. Offensive line. Since we're talking about that, Ja'Tyre Carter.
Oh,
that's someone I think we're both looking for today.
If I were Schofield or any guard, whether it be Cody Whitehair, I wouldn't be sleeping well.
Yeah, I know.
He's like Freddy Krueger in your dreams, man, because that dude is physically he's got the gift, man. It's just about, I guess it's a certain learning curve when you become an NFL player and getting used to what seems to have been the problem with him early was getting the different quarterbacks cadences down. And he was jumping off the ball a little early because their cadence was different. But, that's to be expected early on in the camp. And you got 3 different quarterbacks that sound different, that's to be expected. But once he gets settled down, I think we got a long-time player at guard, at least right guard.
I agree. From just some of the training camp clips I've seen of him manhandling Justin Jones and just some of the other defensive tackles. I mean, he keeps his feet in the ground and he's got great lower body strength. He's able to get up under the pads and pushes him around and keep him off of the quarterback. He's going to be, boy, the sky's the limit for him, right?
The scouts call that anchoring well. Just buckling your feet down to the ground and not letting nobody push you backwards. I swear I watched that Senior Bowl tape probably 100 times by now, and I was just so impressed. It was so wet and so slippery out there. And like I told you before, in a setting like that, when you're doing a drill like that, the defensive lineman has all the advantage. All he has to do is punch you and just drive his legs. And the blocker, all he's trying to do is wall you off and keep you from getting into the backfield or around him. So it's difficult. And he was holding it down, man. I'm telling you, he held it down.
And I like this. I like this tape watching him just coming out of college. I was impressed. And seeing him out in practice has been really pleasant. Really pleasant.
Everybody's talking about Braxton Jones, and he's kind of like, ducked under the radar a little bit, man. But keep your eye on number 69 out there, Jack. He's coming. Or 68, I believe. I can't remember which.
I think he's 70.
No, that's Braxton.
Oh, yeah. I thought we were talking about Braxton. Sorry. Yeah, Ja'Tyre Carter. You talking about?
Yeah. I think he's 68.
He is
69.
I think he is.
Kitty said.
Offensive line. He's 69.
Yeah, he's 69.
So yeah, keep an eye out for 69. Keep an eye out for Braxton Jones is going to be another interesting one today. How much playing time do you think he's going to get? Before we get to there,
that she just put his measurements up there, Ja'Tyre Carter. That's 311, and that ain't mush.
No,
that's 311 pounds of meat.
And it's amazing how, the refrigerator Perry was like 300 pounds of jelly, and everybody thought, back then that was huge. 300 pounds. Holy shit, that guy's. Now they're all 300 pounds. It's incredible.
Frizz look like Mr. Stay Puft in Ghostbusters.
Now they're just growing 6'3", 300 pounders on freaking trees now, man.
Dude,
they're just dropping off trees.
You live in the South. What are you talking about? When I got down there for the first time, and really, especially around South Georgia, over in the Alabama area, I thought I was on a different damn planet.
No shit.
Like you go into a black neighborhood where man, let me tell you, there's some big kids I don't know what the hell. I guess because of the, they'll sell you a damn pork chop sandwich first thing in the morning. They got food in gas stations and stuff like that down there, eating greasy shit all day. Those some big Sun guns, man.
I went to the local high school football game last year, and they got some big ass guys on the offensive line, man.
Dudes eating pork chop, fried chicken, and grits all day. They're huge.
I mean, I'd be walking in a grocery store, and I could see the athletes. Like, oh, that kid definitely is playing high school ball. You could tell he's ripped and tall and just looks athletic as hell. They grow them on trees down here, man. I mean, how many players on the Bears roster are from Georgia? It's crazy.
Georgia, Alabama, Florida, just the South in general, Louisiana, Texas. Like, man, I can go on and on about that, man. They just grow big down there just because of the food they eat, and I don't know, man. But no wonder it's a pipeline coming out of the South.
Kitty brings up chicken and taters.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
There's a gas station down the road from us, and we passed it. I don't know how many times. It's got this old worn ass sign that says chicken and taters up, next to the gas station sign. and we've been here for 5 years. And I'm like, man, we should probably try that because the sign is worn down. It's all sun beaten. It has been here as long as we've been here. Let's try it. And damn, if it's not the best damn chicken I've ever had. They pressure cook deep fry it, so you could practically eat the bones. I mean, it is so freaking good.
I bet.
They got the potato wedges, breaded potato wedges that they cook with them too. Oh man.
I'm getting big and my jeans getting tight just listening to you.
I got my Italian beef lined up, so no chicken and taters for me today.
Man.
Plus, they're not open. They're only a 9 to 5 during the week. They only accept cash, and there's two old grumpy ass women that work there, and the older one, I think it's the mother. She's got these big black glasses, like the big old person glasses.
Black lady?
No, she's white, but she's got like the big black sunglasses that are huge, and she wears them in the store, and they're just they're grumpy as hell, and it's almost like to me it's like the soup Nazis of chicken. It's like they're not rude to you like the soup Nazi in Seinfeld, but they just got a little grit to them. It's one of my favorite places.
I went to a little establishment like that down in South Georgia. I can't remember what city we was in, but it was this little small town. There's a bunch of ladies back there, older ladies, and the one that's at the register, the way she ask you for your order, you think I'm kidding, man. You walk up there and she'd look at you and, what the fuck you want? I'm not bullshitting, man. That's exactly what she said to everybody, and they love it. And right. I looked around, I'm like, is she really doing that? And it's that's just how she is.
When you build your reputation that way, you become like the Ed DeBevics, you ever been to Ed DeBevics?
No.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what it is?
Mm-mm.
It's like a diner. It's almost like the diner from Pulp Fiction. Very similar to that, like an old 50s diner.
Right.
And everyone there their job is to be a dick to you. So you'll come up, they'll walk up to the table and be like, what do you want? And you'll be like, next, you're not eating today. So what do you want? Be like, I'll take the blah, 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 blah. And then they're just rude as hell to you. Like, no, you can't have that. We're not putting ketchup on that shit. You're not eating today either. What are you having? It's like.
and
yeah, they do. That's a reputation. Everyone is supposed to be rude and a prick to you, and you're supposed to give the shit back to them. It's it's fun. It's a fun place to go to.
That shit blew my mind.
Looks like Steve's got to go. He's got to go get his Italian beef for the Bears game, I bet.
I'm trying to talk myself out of not getting a beer. It's damn 12 o'clock almost. I'm not doing it, man. I'm not doing that shit today.
Oh yeah, it's only a preseason game. You don't need to have a beer. Save it for the season.
Yeah, but I do have. Let me see here. The old Dominique Robinson. Watch him, number 91.
Mm-hmm. He's going to be getting some playing time today.
Nick said it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Not over here, goddammit. I ain't doing it. Hell no.
I don't even. Oh, there it is. It didn't pop up for me.
The game started making me nervous. I know I might crack one, but I don't see it coming.
Yeah. But back to Dominic Robinson. Like, ooh, boy, he's got all the tools, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He's he kind of gave you did you see his last press conference when they pulled him out there?
Yes.
You noticed he's talking about how, he's primarily a speed loop kind of defensive end. So he's kind of running around the hula hoop trying to get to the quarterback, and that was the only thing he had in his bag, and he's trying to work on other stuff.
And I imagine Quinn's helping him a lot with that. I
imagine, if he's asking, Quinn doesn't seem like a guy that says, "Hey, you come over to my house, I'll show you some stuff in the backyard." No, you gotta get on him a little bit and kind of get under him a little bit and say, "Hey, man, I really need your help." So you gotta he's not the kind of guy that doesn't seem like that's gonna, okay, I'm gonna initiate that. It seems like you're gonna have to ask him for it.
Mm-hmm. He should get a lot of playing time today. It's going to be another fun one to watch. This is why, like, a lot of people don't like preseason games, and a lot of people don't even watch them. But this to me is the best time because you get to see who you have on the team.
I would like to see him get into his bag something Travis Gibson's got going on. Mm-hmm. He's one of those guys that can threaten you in two ways. He's not really quick. He's not really quick, but he can go around you if you present the right body position and show him something that he's looking for. He can go around you. But speed is not his game.
Strength.
Yeah, speed to power. Right. So you can come off really fast and turn it into an inside move and just press that guy all the way back into the quarterback. And that's what I want to see. I want to see Dominic Robinson develop a little bit of that. He's strong enough.
Yeah, he is. Boy, I mean, what a kid, right? He starts off at quarterback, then he moves to wide receiver, then he's not getting enough playing time, so he decides to go to defensive end, and he gets drafted as a freaking defensive end. I mean, wow, talk about genes, right?
Just pure athlete. Just put him wherever you want him, and he'll play. I seen him running down the field chasing a receiver the other day in practice. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing way down there, man?
I bet you did, man. What's he run? I think he runs like a 4.55 or something.
Yeah, he can get up and go. What's J2K? What's up, my guy?
We got J2K in. Welcome in, buddy. Go Bears. Us too. We are stoked. Finally get to see some actual live game action. I'm just trying to pull up Dominic Robinson's. I'm just curious what his 40 is now that I brought it up.
It's kind of irrelevant, but he ran pretty good for a guy outside.
I know it's irrelevant, but I just like to know. Damn it. And of course it goes right to a fucking commercial when I put on. Oh man. Yeah, what's up, J2K? Welcome into chat. We're almost done. We're trying to wrap up the show here because game time is soon. In case you missed it, J2K, I got my Italian beef here. I'm ready to go.
Just want to ask everybody in the chat, give me just one guy. I know we got too many guys to really pick from, but just give me one guy the best you can that you're going to be watching, or throw up a number.
While they're doing that, another thing I'm curious to watch today is the 3-tech spot.
Oh, yeah. I didn't write that down, but you're right.
Yeah. There's going to be quite a rotation of guys in there to try and see who, what they're going to get behind Justin Jones. So thank you, Kitty. 4.7.
That's pretty good.
How did a wide receiver run a 4.7? That's probably why he switched to defensive end.
Tell Nick stop playing. We said one guy, man. You got to throw up two. You might as well throw up the whole damn team, Nick.
Justin Jones. Okay, that's who you want to watch. Yeah, I'm interested to see what what's his name do. He's a local kid. damn it, I'm too far down the roster.
Sanborn.
Michael Do
Treadway.
Treadway. I'm
What do you mean local?
He's from like Bolingbrook.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I know he played in Minnesota. That's all I know.
And we all root for our hometown guys, right? We want to Micah Do Treadway, that's his name. He's 6'4", 308 pounds.
It's another interesting guy.
Yeah, he's a undrafted free agent. I'm curious to see what he does at 3 Tech.
I'll be watching him. What is his number? I think it's 98.
Yep, 98.
Yeah, I got to keep an eye on him too because there's some reason he's easing up that depth chart on people. I know that. There
was one thing I wanted to talk about in our last podcast I never brought up, which is I had been watching. I kind of was just watching some Trubisky clips in Steelers training camp because I'm just keeping an eye on him this year, and I noticed. I've noticed this in previous years that the Steelers always had those padded helmets or the padded hats on over their helmets. And I always thought, I even said to Steve Sigmund here in chat, I'm like, why aren't the Bears wearing those? Like, why isn't everybody in the NFL wearing those? It seems like a good idea. You don't want to, the last thing you want is concussions in training camp, So, and then like within a day, I see the Bears are all wearing them. And I think the NFL made it a protocol for all teams to use them, which is a smart idea.
Yeah. I mean, you get so many concussions, and sometimes people, I think I had a concussion twice. I'm pretty sure. I know I had 2 concussions, and concussions are different. And I don't want to get too far in the weeds with that, but you can have a concussion where your head is absolutely splitting out there, and you just got to fight through it. Or you can have one of those concussions like the last one I remember where it almost felt like you were on a drug or something. It's like euphoria. It's like you're floating out there.
Did you see stars when
it happened?
Yeah.
It was just kind of a flash.
I went up for a catch one time, and I jumped. I was at my peak, and the cornerback hit me at my legs and flipped me, so I came down on my head. And I remember I saw fucking stars, man. And my reaction after that was the second reaction that you described, more like you were on a drug. You were just like, whoa, Yeah. I know that was a concussion. I made sure I didn't go home and go to sleep that night.
Like, I don't even remember that right after the rest of that half, man. That happened in the first half. I don't remember the rest of it.
Yeah, I barely remember the rest of playing that game too. It's crazy when you see stars, man. You literally see stars.
I've had that happen now.
Yeah. That's why in the cartoons they always put the stars above the head when somebody gets
like little shit floating.
Yeah. J2K says Daz and Kamara are both fringe guys that I hope play well. Yes, J2K, we did talk about Daz. Daz is something we're definitely want to watch for. He's been playing well in camp so far. Kamara isn't. Go ahead.
I want to get everybody to throw those picks to look at, those guys to look at one more time. I know I seen Nick put up Tev. He's looking at that. He tried to put up a second one, but we had to stop that. Cut that shit out, Nick.
He said Justin Jones if he plays. Tev. J2K says J2K is doing the same shit though. He said Tev. he put out 3 guys.
Tev, everybody wants to know. They want to see what he does, man.
It's okay. We picked our 5. You guys can pick your 5 too.
Somebody said something else. I can't remember which one. Hey, what's up, Jaden? I've never seen you here, but welcome, brother. Sister,
welcome into chat, Jaden. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, imagine if the preseason was 20 weeks. Yeah, that would be.
And you know what? I'd rather it be 20 games than 3 preseason games that don't mean shit.
Jaden, since you just joined us in chat, we're going over. Give us one player you want to watch today. One player you're looking out for that you want to see. Who are you? What number are you going to be looking at today to see how they're doing?
While they're doing that, let me emphasize one more thing before we get out of here. We still have 10 minutes, but the main thing I want out of this whole thing is to come out healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to see guys come out healthy. It's just, I'm not going to say that word, but I just want to see people come out healthy. That's all I want to see. No matter how it turns out, I just want to see people come out of that healthy.
That is. You bring up a great point. That is the most important thing.
Absolutely, man. It's a lot of things can happen out there.
I think Jaden's thinking. You want to see everybody play well, right? You're looking at everybody's number today, right, Jaden?
I'm throwing mine out there. Look out for number 21 on offense, Darrington Evans.
Okay. So your one to watch is 21. I'm going to pick one guy that I want to watch today out of my list. For me, it's Treston Ebner.
Okay. You're just excited about him.
I'm very excited about him, man. What they can add to the offense with his skill set is fucking exciting, man. It really is.
Him and Valus, man. Those are the two guys I'm itching to see.
Yeah, I don't think Valus is playing today.
I know he ain't playing today.
Yeah, sucks. I was hoping to see a lot of him.
Did they put out the inactives up there yet?
I couldn't it was too hard for me to find. I couldn't find it. Let's see. Maybe I can just Google it. Bears inactives.
It should be 10 minutes before the game. That should be up by now.
Today. Who is playing in the Chiefs versus Bears game? Let's see. See if it says who's not playing. Nope, doesn't say who's not playing. It just says who's playing.
It's plenty to see. It's going to be all the guys that we didn't see in practice this week, so we kind of got an idea.
Yeah, we have an idea. Well, I think we're about good, right? We got about 8 minutes to go for game time. I think we got out everything we wanted to say. You have anything you want to add, Nomad?
That defense, watch for the speed to the ball and watch for the intensity as they finish the plays. Look for that. That's going to be kinetic. It's supposed to be the way they've been training and getting these guys ready. The speed to the ball and how much intensity they arrive with.
Same thing. I'm going to be looking for that on offense too.
Yeah.
What's the speed of the offense? How well are they running the offense? How fluently are they running it? Considering it's a new offense. I don't want to see any delay of games. I want to see them in and out of the huddle quick. I want to see Justin taking a command of that offense. And I want to see Trevor Siemian taking a command of that offense too.
I want to see if they run some tempo, get a little bit of rhythm and do a little up tempo. I want to see a little bit of that and see how that looks too.
I'm going to tell you the one thing I'm not looking forward to seeing today is Nathan Peterman. over under on interceptions. Go.
I don't even think Nathan Peterman is looking forward to seeing Nathan Peterman.
Thanks, J2K. Thanks for joining us in chat. We're about to wrap this up. Anyway, so thank you, everybody, for joining us in Bears Country. Hope you enjoyed the game, J2K. I forgot what I was just saying, though. I wanted to finish what I was just saying. J2K was saying bye, so I want to put that up there.
Nick said bye, too. He had to get out, too.
Oh, that's what Nathan Peterman. Over under on interceptions. I'm calling 2 interceptions.
Oh, man, why yet? I'm knocking on wood, man. I don't want to. No, I can't do that. Hopefully he get some clean, good looks and get some protection out and get the ball out on time.
Jaden says, how is Nathan Peterman still in the NFL? I wonder the same fucking thing, and I'm wondering how the hell is he on my team?
Man, that dude is pilfering some qualified quarterback's money right now.
Hopefully he's just a camp body. Do you think they're going to keep 3 quarterbacks?
You almost have to. Is he going to be one of them is the question.
Yeah. They don't owe anybody that big money. They don't. It's not like last year when they had to keep Foles, I don't know. It's tough because if you definitely, I guess maybe if they can put him on the practice squad. I don't know if he's still eligible or not, but
yeah, I think we give him a little bit. He sucks, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna try to defend the guy, but let's see what he does. From year to year, from offense to offense, varies on how well a quarterback looks. So give him the benefit of the doubt until he makes me not.
Good call. I will stay optimistic with you on that as well. Who knows? Maybe the outside zone scheme is built for him. We'll find out.
Right. We'll see.
All right. Well, we got 5 minutes to go for the game, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I want to thank everybody who was in chat with us today. It's great talking to everybody. Nomad, thank you so much for joining me again. This is great doing this with you. I look forward to many, many more.
Same in here, man. I appreciate everybody in the chat too, man. Can't wait to see y'all again on the next show.
All right. Bear down, everybody.